Good morning, welcome back to another video, and today this is just for the Patreons. Let us begin. Okay, so there's been quite a few updates towards the actual Patreon as a whole, and this was just the easiest way in order to just get this out to you, is just by making a video and saying this is what I've done and these are the upgrades towards the Patreon moving forward. So as you come into the Patreon, guys, I've actually updated it with all of the other necessary bits that have actually come about and what has actually been updated, so to speak. However, if we go over to the actual Patreon page, I've actually also attached it to the top of the actual content. This is where I've actually localized all of the Patreon content over the last few days, and it has a nice little welcome video for anyone who's just joined or existing Patreons, as we've gained quite a few Patrons over the last week. This is to summarize everything and how you can actually get to all of the content. That being said, we now have a link towards the Patreon portal, which is on my website, and you can double check it right here. The Patreon portal, I'll leave a link in the description down below. However, I've actually added my guide, Dallas Guide to Gold Mastery, the 36 odd page book about gold making in general, the one that I've actually have published on Amazon. You can now just get the PDF if you are a Patreon, and you can just jump onto that. However, the other different things that have actually changed is the TSM profile is still staying the same. However, I've broken it up after some user feedback into their specific areas. This means if you just want profession crafting, there is a profile for you. If you want the lazy gold goblin profile, one for you too, as well as crafted mounts, and just for any gold farmer, just a basic gold farming profile that will list and localize everything for you. That being said, all of the gold guides can be found laid out for you on the website as well, so you can just access them by clicking the buttons in order to access it if you don't want to find it on the Patreon yourself. This is much more of a cleaner way on organizing everything for the Patreon moving forward, and also you also have Patreon specific Worth It exports. You have access to the Roots library, just clean and simple. However, the Instance Gold datasheet is right here, along with the Crafter's Gold datasheet, Vendor Gold Making spreadsheet, and the Lazy Gold Making Method spreadsheet. Along with that, we're actually going to be adding some more stuff as well as all that to the Patreon, which if you go over towards Patreon video guides, which all of this is roughly Patreon related stuff on the website, you now have a dedicated video, which is the Welcome to the Patreon, which gives you a rundown on how the Patreon is moving forward. And if we scroll down, that is the introduction towards the video guides. If we move down, I've already taken the liberty of starting it up for you guys, and that is the video guides. You have two of them active at the moment, which is Dallas TSM profile groups, which breaks down all of my TSM profile groups and why we're using them, what we're actually doing with them. Dallas TSM profile operations, what each operation actually does and why we are using it, just to make it really easy for next week's videos, as what we're doing is we're making a online virtual guide for you Patreons, literally step by step, how are you going to make gold, and loads of little tidbits and everything to go along with that. That means you're going to have a lot more content than just daily videos for you guys every week, and thus this specific series is meant to get you started and you follow it step by step, and then it will break off into its specific categories of crafting, farming, shuffling, all that jazz, lazy gold making methods and everything of that, and you can just follow it step by step and you will make gold. That is how the video series is going to go about. Please, if you are a Patreon, and you are, and hopefully you guys are watching this, I would like you guys to DM me, if possible, for instance, either on Discord or on Patreon, what specific area you would like covered. because I've got a massive list of farming, crafting and all that jazz, and it's all laid out. However, I want to go with the highest majority one to best give you guys the content easier. So hopefully you like the changes and the upgrades, so to speak. I've just added more to the Patreon as a whole, and every week we're going to get more video guides breaking down everything, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Other than that, guys, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.